Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of CR Exposed. On today's episode we are looking at the Nightmare from the Monster Manual 2025 edition for D&D 5e. Now, let's take a look at what our large fiend here has for us in this fiend kind of flaming horseway. From that we are going to add in our tool here that it's a CR3. It is a large monster. And we will throw in 13 AC, which must be natural, or just what it is, and we are looking at 8 hit dice. Currently we have 44 hit points on average of a 68. That'll be fixed once we throw in the 18 strength, 15 dex, 16 con, 10 intelligence, 13 wisdom, and 15 charisma. Now we'll see that we have 68 just as we have here, and we can skip down into the features area. There's nothing except for fire immunities, and it's only one, so we can skip over that and go right down into our traits. Now, for our traits here, we have confer fire resistance. The Nightmare can grant resistance to fire damage to a rider while it is on the Nightmare. That's handy, actually. I think this is the first time I've looked at the Monster Manual Nightmare, and was always curious about that, and it's good to see that, hey, the rider also becomes fire resistant, provided the Nightmare likes you. Beyond that, we also have illumination, which makes sense. The Nightmare sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius, and another of dim light as well. So pretty straightforward pretty straightforward traits, and we can then move on into the actions area here. Now we do see that for our actions we have a melee attack of 6, which means it's coming from strength, and we can go ahead and throw that into the attack bonus. After that we have 13 bludgeoning damage plus an additional 13.5 because we have an odd number of dice here of fire damage. So we can go ahead and throw that in here of 13 plus 10.5. for a total of 23.5. After that, we also have Ethereal Stride. The Nightmare and up to 3 willing creatures within 5 feet of it teleport to the ethereal plane from the material plane, or vice versa. That's neat. You know, maybe it's a good escape tactic for combat, but beyond that, we don't need it for anything else. So that's it. That's all our Nightmare can do. It doesn't really do anything else besides a whole bunch of extra fire damage. And there you go. So yeah, thankfully, our Nightmare here is a CR3. It is a offensive CR4, so it means it hits like a CR4 monster, but it only has the defenses of a CR1 monster. So this makes it a little off. You know, it's not exactly a CR3 like it is here. We are rounding up technically because at the moment it's a 2.5. So what I would do to fix this is just give it some more hit points. Only enough to bring it into CR2 range for our defenses. And by doing that, I would say maybe 1, tops 2. So let's see if we add a 9. We bring that up 1, and now our Nightmare here has an average of 76 hit points, which is perfectly good. We are officially and properly in a CR3 range, and that's it. Our Nightmare is perfectly balanced. So even though if you don't add in the couple extra hit points of, what is it, like 8 more hit dice, or excuse me, 8 more hit points, then it's not that big of a deal. And, you know, your monster will still be a proper CR3 Nightmare because it's still hitting like a CR4. All right. If you've liked what I've done here and you'd like to use this tool for yourself to make perfectly balanced monsters or check the monsters you want to use in your games, then you can do so by going to the link in the description below for my Ko-fi page where you can get this tool completely for free, or you can donate if you feel so inclined to. On top of that, you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member here on YouTube or by becoming a Ko-fi supporter over there at Ko-fi. After that, there are a bunch of actual classes that I've made for the game. There is the Performer, the Gunslinger, the Chemist, and I am currently working on a Priest class. Not to be the same as a Cleric. The Priest is something completely different. That's like a half-caster that I'm working on. And then there's a bunch of subclasses. Some are silly and fun, some are very serious ones, and then there's a bunch of monsters as well that you can use in your games as well. And again, also to remind you, the subclasses and classes are 2 for the price of 1. So not only can you use it for D&D 5th edition, you can also use it for Tales of the Valiant. Beyond that, you can also like, subscribe, comment, and share this with your friends, and that'd be super awesome. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.